The OG tip: blending boards and guided reading. Blending boards are fundamental in teaching students word fluency. We want students to go from sounding out individual sounds to unitization, to read words whole or in a unit. Here are the 4 stages that each of our readers go through when they're learning to read. First, they learn to isolate the sounds: k, I, t. On stage 2, they will do the same, isolate the 3 sounds, but then quickly go back and blend the word together. Finally, partial blends and whole units. You will see these done more in their personal reading. However, the ultimate goal on a blending board is for students to read the word as a whole unit, to the point where the teacher flips the cards and says, read, they give the word. Read, they give the word, and so on. Using the blending board, we always start out sound by sound, then decode the word. We first want students to point to each letter, then scoop the letters together in the air and give the sound. It's very important for the student to do the pointing and the scooping. Then we can move to the next part, where we have the students stop using their fingers but use their eyes to track each sound and then blend. When transferring blending board skills to reading, here are 2 tips that you can use. When a student is stuck on a word, you can say, hey, read that word like a blending board. Put your finger under that first letter and make the sound. These 4 stages correlate with phonological and phonemic awareness. If you have a student who has not completed the phonological and phonemic awareness portions of the curriculum, chances are they are not reading whole units or unitization. One time I did have a student, actually she happened to be my daughter, and she would read by whole units. I thought, oh my word, look at the way this girl can read. But when the words increased and she was reading multisyllabic words, she fell apart. Then we needed to go back through the stages and make sure she understood how words were put together. Sound by sound first, then onset and rhyme, and eventually whole units. When you're using the blending board, you want to go through the stages of the student first isolating the phonemes and blending to the point where you just say, ready, and you count with your fingers, 1, 2, 3, read. And you keep doing this. And then it gets to the point where you flip the cards and you say, read, flip the cards, then they read. And you are literally just flipping the cards and they are keeping up with you, reading those words as a whole unit, or the ultimate goal of reading, unitization. Here are 2 virtual blending boards that you could use. The one on the left is great for iPads. The one on the right is the one that our own Mrs. Corlett made, and that is great for the littles. Here is a resource that I researched on the alphabetic principle, phonological awareness, and how those relate to blending boards. And if you are more interested and want more info, please click the links below in the notes section. Thank you.